DJ Hackett. Oh, that's right. Thank you, guest. Panthers have DJ Hackett. Who's a quality guy. He totally outperformed any and all expectations in Seattle last year. So now playing alongside Steve Smith with Jake Delhomme looking strong. D'Angelo Williams looking like a pretty good running back. Look out for Carolina. I think they got the Bears. That's all I'm saying. Week 2, I think they got the Bears. Bears may sneak away with one of those games at home, either Tampa Bay or Philadelphia, week 3 or 4. So they're 1-4, or 1-3 after the first 4 games. Then they go to Detroit, who they had a lot of trouble with last season. My prediction, more trouble. I don't think they're going to win at Detroit. 1-4. Then they go to Atlanta, they'll win that game. You can beat Atlanta. I can beat Atlanta. Me and my friends could beat Atlanta. What do we got, 11 people in the chat room? We could beat Atlanta. 11 people, that's all we need. We can line up, play Iron Man football. We got Atlanta. So the Bears will win that game. What's that make them? 2-4. Alright. The week after that, they play us to Minnesota. That's a loss. I'm sorry, but it is. 2-5 after 7 weeks. Not looking good for the Bears. Then they have a bye week 8. Week 9, play Detroit again, this time at home. Maybe they sneak a win. Oh, no way. You don't think the Bears can stop Michael Turner? That might be an L to Atlanta. Hey, that would be embarrassing. And listen, this could also happen. A lot of people think that the Falcons may end up getting McFadden. Could happen. He could go. He could go to Atlanta. The Bears are having their hands full then, for sure. I'm gonna give them that win. I'm gonna give them that win because I think if they don't beat the Falcons at Atlanta, they might sneak away with the one at Detroit, the one before. I think they'll beat Detroit one time this year. They'll split that series. But I think the one at Detroit, I was just going to give them a loss. At Atlanta, I guess maybe I was being nice. No way they can be 1-5. So I'm giving them 2-4. I'm going to stick with it, 2-4. But I think playing host to Minnesota week 7, they lose. By week 8, okay, and then Detroit, like I said, they could win that one. And that's going to make them 3-5. But then they play host to Tennessee. They're going to lose to Tennessee, 3-6. Then they go to Green Bay. They're going to lose to Green Bay, 3-7. And they just are, trust me. Green Bay is not going to be that bad. May still win the division. Honestly, they may still win the division. The Green Bay's not going to be that bad. They're not going to take too many steps back without Brett Favre. Plus, if Aaron Rodgers, all they need is Aaron Rodgers to go down and Brett's right back in the saddle. Unbelievable. I'll come back if Aaron goes down. Way to go. Now the entire city of Green Bay is rooting for this guy to get injured. Unbelievable. But, yeah, lost to Tennessee in Week 10. That puts them at 3-6. Yeah, loss at Green Bay, 3-7. Then they go to St. Louis, which I know people might think that could be a win. I don't think so. Not at St. Louis. And what's that make them? 3-8? 3-8. Then they go to Minnesota. They're going to lose at Minnesota. Hey, you know what? I'm going to give them that win against St. Louis in Week 12, barely. Just because I can't possibly believe that the Bears are only going to win 3 games this season. So I'm going to say at St. Louis they could win. Give me 4 and where am I at? 4-7. Week 13 at Minnesota is a loss. 4-8. Week 14, Jacksonville. That's a loss. 4-9. I'm telling you. Week 15, New Orleans. 4-10. They're not going to beat the Saints. Saints are going to be good. Week 16 Green Bay matchup, that's another loss. 4-11 in Week 17, wrapping up the season at Houston. Another team that I think will be the Bears. 4-12. I'm serious. They're just bad. They did not get better at all in the offseason. Maybe they'll have a big draft. Maybe they have. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they have something big in store for their draft. And maybe they're going to get a quarterback. For God's sake, they need one. Look.